Hi guys, I am an 1800 player in FIDE. That includes my rapid, blitz, and standard around that rating, 1800. And this is me doing sets of puzzles. I have inputted four puzzles here based on the book named How to Think Like a Super GM by Michael Adams. I think he's a British chess champion from way back, and he has a peak rating of 2700 as far as I remember. I don't know he's 2700. And Philip Portado, his co-author. So the book is all about, as the title suggests, how to think like a super GM. It's about how a GM thinks when he sees a position. So I've read the title of the book, and from what I've seen and what I can expect from the book, I haven't finished the book actually. This is the first puzzles. These are the first puzzles. Um, it's not just Mickey Adams explaining his thought process when he sees these positions, but uh, both of them got people across all ratings. That includes, I think, around 800 rating to 1000 to 1200, so on and so forth until the highest rating. And to compare our thought processes, varying across rating ranges. So again, I am 1800, and me doing these puzzles, I can observe how I think. So yeah, and a quick disclaimer before I start. This will be an unstructured video, so I do apologize. Um, you may occasionally see me going up on my seat, getting water, or going to the bathroom, and I do apologize for that. And I will guarantee you that I will go back as soon as I can. So I'm very nervous. This is my first time creating a video. So, and again, a disclaimer, I'm not good at English. This is not my first language. I mean, I'm not too terrible at it, but I don't use it um, in my daily life or use it as a tool for conversation. So anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I want to begin. So this is the first puzzle. It is black to move, and the first thing that comes to mind is how many pawns do I have? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns, and I'll also count white's pawns. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have an equal number of pawns. And the next thing that I'm thinking is which pawns are weak from my side, of course, the black side. And from what I can see, okay, I restarted the highlights. From what I can see, I think this is my strongest pawn. The reason is that this is a passed pawn, and there's no pawn blocking it. So, and it is protected by these pawns. So I believe this is the strongest pawn that black has. And I believe that black's weakest pawn is this pawn. The reason being is that it's unprotected and it's on the side of the board. It's currently being threatened by the rook. And I believe this is also weak from what I can understand. Because if White's rook manages to go behind the 6th or 7th rank, he may probably target this. When it comes to these pawns, I think they're very neutral. I don't think, of course, this is a passed pawn, but for now, I don't think they have any bearings in bearing in this position yet. So yeah, that's my assessment on black's pawns. Next is white's pawns. So let me think. From the get-go, I think this is the weakest pawn. I'm seeing this right now. The reason is that it's very near to the king, and there's no pawn to support it since it's a double pawn structure. And the black king, I mean the white's king is still far away from protecting this pawn. So if um, black manages to play this move, he will certainly be able to take it immediately if he wants to. And what else? Okay, this pawn is, I think this is white's strongest pawn. If he manages to remove this pawn, this pawn is very early or very quick to get promoted on the 8th square, the 8th file. So, what's next? Okay, now I'm thinking of black's major pieces, this rook, and it's eyeing on this e file, and it has the potential to go to the second rank and harass these pawns, and maybe get this king tied down in the second rank, possibly. Or it could go here and try to support this pawn on the back and promote to victory. Or it could also go to rook e5, just try to harass the pawn. But I don't get why would you do that. You can just play king g6 here, try to get to the pawn and put your king towards the center. And principally, it's in the end game, the king is very strong in the center. So I don't think this is a viable plan, but we'll see. And yeah, this rook can protect this pawn, this harassed pawn. Okay, I think that's it. This is my surface level of analysis of black's position when it comes to major pieces. Next is white's rook, and it's attacking the pawn right now. It's attacking the pawn, and this makes black decide if whether he wants to protect the pawn or he wants to give it up. So what are other whites what the white rook's prospects? Well, he's staring on this file, or the rank, sorry, and yeah, it doesn't do anything, no? It just prevents the black pawn from pushing onto d4. And yeah, from my analysis, the black's rook is better than this white's rook. The reason why is that black has many potential. It can defend, it can attack, while this one is just attacking this one and just preventing from black from pushing the pawns. So yeah. Now when it comes to the placement of the king, I believe that black's king is stronger since it's near to the pawn, and white's king is rather far behind because he can't defend this pawn. But we can't do that yet. We need to do something about this pawn. So black should decide whether he wants to defend this pawn or just give it up in order to push for the win. Yeah, that's my basic assessment of the situation. Now, the next thing is to calculate what should I do, which is the most possible scenario to happen. And my sense is that black should give up the pawn and promote this pawn, and black should not immediately go for this pawn. It's not really important. If we take this pawn, it doesn't help our position. Although this makes a passed pawn, I believe it does not really, it's not yet relevant. So I think this pawn is urgent to go to the to promote. So I believe rook e8 comes to mind, and if it takes, we push. Then what is what white's gonna do? He needs to stop this pawn. So he could go back to rook a4. So yeah, rook e8. Does he have to take this? No. I think he does. I think white should not take this. So I believe rook e8 is the best move. Then white should play rook d4, prevent this pawn from pushing. If he takes this, I don't think he has time to go back here in the second rank and prevent black from promoting. So rook d8, rook d4. Then what's black's next step? The pawn is blockaded, so I think now the king should help. King g6. So let's say rook e8, rook d4, then king g6. We want to go here as much as we can, trying to threaten the rook and push our pawn. So I believe that white should go here, king g3. We need to oppose the coming rook, but I don't think he will able to stop that. Now we have the option to take this pawn, but I believe that isn't really relevant in the position. So I think if he takes this, this doesn't help us from our original plan. So I don't think that's it's a fake pawn. So we go here, king f4, and of course king f3. Let's have any other moves here. Check here doesn't do anything. Just go to king e5. Yeah, king f3, then king e5. But if we take the pawn, I'm not sure, because if we go king e5, he goes king d3, and he's protecting this rook. But I think we still have other plays. I'm seeing this king e5, king e3, and rook b8. Trying to attack this pawn. I think it's very good that we are flexible. Okay, I have this realization now. It's good to be flexible and come up with plans if our original plan fails. So here we are attacking this pawn, and I can see that he cannot really defend it with any other means. But what can white do here? Because if we take this pawn, now we have a threat of going rook g3 and pushing the king back, and this helps us promote the pawn. So what could white's possible counterplay here? I'm seeing just giving up the pawn. You can't protect it, no? I'm seeing rook f4, then rook g5, then what? Rook f7. Now white is threatening rook e7, but we can just play d4 here, and it goes king d3. We go check. Here there's checkmate, and yeah, he has to go back here or here. Yeah, he has to go back. If here we just take the pawn again, and this should be winning. No, we have two passed pawns now, and it doesn't matter if we get checked here, because we just go king here and pick up the pawn on c5. I think that's a good variation. So yeah, we have calculated some variation, a variation that gets us to win. But let's try to go back and maybe consider white's other choices. So that plan does not work if he plays rook d5. But I believe that's the best move. But I'm just gonna double check actually. So if he takes, we go push. Actually, I'm realizing this position. Actually, there's a way to stop this, or not. Okay, I'm seeing this push. Okay. Okay. If he takes, we can push, and here b4. Here, 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 here. Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. It does not work. So you can't take the pawn. You can't take the pawn actually. Wait, let me just remove the arrows. Sorry, but I'm seeing another plan for white here. He can try to play for this, and if he takes, then we can push the pawn. Actually, let me flip the board. Okay, so I think this is a good idea also to flip the board and see what white can do here. And okay, so black plays rook b8, trying to give up the pawn on a4, and we can't take that. We have to play this. Then the king goes to g6, hoping to go here and threat the rook. Can white play a3 here? I guess he can play a3 here, try to make a pass pawn on his own. A3, a3, king e4, push here, king e5, go back. It's not a viable plan for white, but I don't see it. The king is much closer to white's pawns here, so the king is far away back. This should not be good for white, I think. I believe so. Let me flip back the board. It's not a good plan for white. Okay. I wonder if there's any better move for white here. Or black. This is what I believe this is black's strongest move. So what are other white's options? I believe this is the best defensive move. However, yeah, king g6, king g3. This is very forcing lines here. Yeah, king f4, king f3. I'm sorry, king f5, and king e4. And he has to defend this. If he goes back, he will push the pawn. Yeah, what if he goes back? Let's say he wants to go back. Let's push the pawn. And king e3. Yeah, king e3, king here, rook here, protect the pawn. But white gets in trouble because, yeah, this is just winning, no? Yeah, rook g8. Yeah, I think white loses here. Yeah, that's my thought process. I think I do apologize if it's still if it feels not complete, but I believe that it's the right. This is the best move for black. Yeah, a rook d8 because doesn't make sense to go here. Doesn't make sense to protect the pawn because he can play b4. Yeah, rook d8. Yeah, I believe that's the best plan. Yeah. I'll cut the video here short. I will try to make another video. Yeah, I guess that's the plan. Sorry. Yeah, rook d8. So yeah, feel free to comment what you think are both sides' strongest move in the comments below. Yeah. Yeah, this is my move. Okay, rook d8. Rook d8, yeah. So yeah, I do apologize for repeating myself. And thanks for watching. I will try to do this next puzzle on the next video. I have to cut it. So yeah, see ya.